Hey guys, it's me once again, and I'm back for another Indiana Jones figure review. But it's not actually a real figure. It's obviously a custom figure that I mentioned on my previous review of an Indiana Jones figure that I recently obtained. This is the custom Cairo Indiana Jones figure for the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. But apparently, the kit base is apparently the Indiana Jones. Well, the body is the kit base of the Crystal Skull Indiana Jones with rocket launcher. And the head is from the Temple of Doom Indy, which is actually, well, it's pretty basic though. You gotta switch heads, but you gotta be careful on what figures to switch heads with, because the Wave 1 Indy figures from Raiders of the Lost Ark, they have smaller ball jointed necks. So apparently the Wave 2, 3, 4, 5, and Deluxe waves have these larger neck joints. So just a heads up there if you're trying to create yourself a custom Indiana Jones figure. So yeah. Anyways, I'll get to saying more things about this, but this is the Indy figure that I had quite a long time, and it's been one of my favorites that I've ever actually gotten to do. And this is one of the figures that I always wanted to get as just a custom figure. It's a kit-based figure. It's basically what I really wanted all this time. The whip crack action indeed didn't really help me that much. Just turn a little bit. The whip is in the way. As you can see, he is very detailed and everything. This is actually what it's supposed to be, how it really should be. It could have been the figure for the Lost Wave pack, besides remaking the other Indy with the other head sculpt, which actually my little brother has that Indy, which I'll actually show here in a little while. So anyways, I would like to get to more further detail on this custom Indiana Jones figure. Okay, so here's the head sculpt, and as I said, this one obviously is the Temple of Doom head sculpt, and this one actually is, to me, the best head sculpt I've ever seen. It actually looks like Harrison Ford. Compared to the other Indy figure that I have, it did like Harrison Ford, but I don't know. I thought it looked okay, but not as great as this one. This head sculpt is amazing looking, and the fedora sculpt on it too, it's also amazing. It also looks actually like one. It actually looks pretty good. It's actually well detailed as well. And the hair as well, it's also kind of textured. There's another side of the head sculpt again. This head sculpt is pretty good. I really am not gonna lie. This is obviously the best Indiana Jones head sculpt I've ever seen, aside from other Indiana Jones head sculpts that Hasbro has done and attempted. So anyways, that's the head sculpt for that figure. Well, for this part, we'll get to the body sculpt. This is obviously the Crystal Skull Indy from Crystal Skull. This is obviously the rocket launcher version without the jacket, and he's got his revolver in his hand. Then this is one thing I want to talk about: the functioning whip clasp on the figure. This is also the belt is also a separate piece they put together. It's actually pretty good. This one actually broke, so I super glued it to actually make it work well. The whip clasp is what holds your coiled up sculpted whip if you ever got an Indy figure single in the package. But nowadays, during the Wave 3, Wave 4 lines, they gave you only the coiled up whip and not an uncoiled whip. And by the way, mentioning the uncoiled whip is actually just a Raiders of the Lost Ark bullwhip with the big handle on it. It's actually kind of bulky too, the handle. Compared to the Temple Trap Indy I got, it's got a skinnier and a much accurate way of looking like a bullwhip. And yeah, like I said, the functioning whip clasp, it's pretty good. And then we got the detail on the legs. Now, this is another thing that I also like about it, the articulation of the legs. I actually like to have an Indiana Jones figure with bendable knees rather than having the other one without the bendable knees, but I'm okay with that one too. But this actually looks pretty good. Even the shoes are a different color too, unlike the other Indy figure I explained. So, all around, the figure itself that I customized is actually pretty good. I'm actually really fond of actually customizing this and keeping it for a long time. Apparently I kept this for about a few years since I liked Indiana Jones over the time. And that's when the Temple Trap Indy came by, which I wanted an Indy with a jacket as well, because I had like only one Indy figure with just this. So once again, I'm going to compare it to my Temple Trap Indy figure that I reviewed. And like I said, the bullwhip's comparison is completely different than the one that's over here. And the whip class functioning features don't work well on this one, but it works on that. and the posable legs as well. So anyways, I would like to have a little bit of fun because I did this yesterday apparently after the review of the Untitled Chapter Indy. Head sculpt switching. Okay, I had not had anything better than this. Now right now, I'm gonna say when I switch heads with this figure, looking at Untitled Chapter Indy now into the much more accurate Cairo Indy, to me I find this better than when I put the Temple of Doom head on it. It actually looks pretty much better. The head is a little bit loose at turning, but it can still stay still though. It's a little bit loose, a little bit wobbly, but it's still fine by me. Still works. And he actually represents Harrison Ford in this Cairo outfit. Pretty cool. Now this is also pretty cool. Just giving him the head sculpt of Temple of Doom Indy. He actually just reminds me of Indy from Temple of Doom with the jacket and the satchel. And the accurate bow as well. Just seeing it now, I think I might keep it the way it is. I might keep this figure at this level. Keep this head sculpt on this figure. And keep this head sculpt on this figure. So it can be much more accurate though. But although the big difference is that this Indy is the Cairo Indy is pretty much taller than the jacket idol Indy, obviously. And here's Indiana Jones here, the custom Indiana Jones over there, and compared to the other Indiana Jones figure, the Wave 1 Indy, which is apparently actually an improvement. Wave 1 Indy, which is my little brother's figure, here I'm showing you. I will probably not get any review on this because everybody knows what they thought about this figure. It's not really that great, not for the first attempt. The first attempt was okay though, but only the Whipcrack Indy from the first wave was actually better than this one. But just saying so, this Indy actually looks pretty weird by head sculpt wise, comparing it to the Temple of Doom Indy, which is the improvement, the greatest Indy head sculpt I've ever seen. And also the fertility idol comparison, this is the one that came with the Wave 1 Indy, which is obviously a bit smaller, if the focus would work. It's obviously a bit smaller than the idol I got here, which is one that came with the rod that fits with the temple playset. And again, the sculpted belt, excuse me, and the belt that's actually been placed in the back of this thing. It's actually pegged together. And this one has the large working holster, which people disliked at times because apparently how it fit the point of his leg. It is a working holster, but I'll take it fine. But as I said before, this Indy figure is not great, but it's not bad. So this is that Indy, and this is my Indy apparently. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video here. If you are interested in actually finding out any more information about the Indiana Jones figures with the many head sculpts, you can click on the link below the website Cool Tour Review for all the Indiana Jones figures they have talked about or reviewed, and showed a lot of pictures showing loads of Indiana Jones figures that you can probably buy. Now, just to saying this, customizing Indy figures is probably the best thing you'll probably be doing right now in case Hasbro's got an inaccuracy issue. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in another Indiana Jones figure review.